Hello and welcome to Pod Rights, or in this case, VOD Rights, a series of podcasts from the Australian Human Rights Commission. I'm Graeme, the Disability and Race Discrimination Commissioner. I have two guests with me today. First is star of High School Musical, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and more recently the online talk show Gimme Mo, Disney actress and youth activist Monique Coleman. Monique has been appointed UN Youth Champion and is here in Australia in that role. So welcome back to Australia, Monique, and it's great to have you here at the Commission.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here.
Also joining me, because she'll be much better at asking Monique questions in a way that young people would understand, is Samah Hadid. And Samah is the 2010 Australia Youth Representative to the UN. So welcome, Samah, and what an awesome responsibility that you've had over the last 12 months or so.
Thank you for having me.
So take it away, Samah, please.
Well, Monique, let us know, what is it that makes you so passionate about working with young people? Why do you want to raise their concerns and contributions?
I believe that young people truly, when there's that sort of prime age, you know, between kind of tween and teenage years, where you have so much energy and you have these huge ideals and dreams about the world, and you haven't yet been altered. And I think that when you can go in at that time and really help young people feel good about themselves and know that the ideas that they have are valid and support them and help them to bring them to fruition, you actually avoid a lot of problems in the future. But when you rob a young person of their dreams and you don't give them ample opportunity to have a voice or to contribute to their community and their society, it's almost like you slowly start extinguishing the light that they have within them, and it's very challenging in the future to get that back.
And tell us about your own background, your acting background, and what it was that inspired you to actually contribute to this work.
Acting was a great outlet for me as far as a place to put my energy. I really encourage young people to find a passion, whether it be, you know, sports or dance or something artistic or whatever it is, but a place to put that energy, because I think I was a person who could have gone either way. I could have been a little destructive and crazy, or artistic and passionate. And so acting led me to Chicago. I'm from South Carolina, which is where I studied at university, graduated with a degree, a BFA, and then moved to Los Angeles, slept on floors, and really I had about 18 jobs, I think, the last time I counted, before I, you know, really fell into High School Musical. And High School Musical changed my life, really. It, you know, gave me financial security, but also gave me a platform and reached millions and millions of people. And when it was over, I kind of found myself in a place where I didn't know why I was still kind of chasing the same dream. You know, I was so lucky and blessed to have had this great role, but I was older than the rest of the cast, and there was nothing really else that was moving me, and I just kind of took a break. I let go of my publicist, I stopped doing events, and just sort of went inside. And what I found inside was that there was a lot more that I could contribute if I would allow myself to evolve. So that's when Gimme Mo came to me.
Right.
And what about bullying and cyberbullying? You've done a bit of that on Gimme Mo, haven't you?
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I approached bullying from a little bit of a different perspective. I went and hung out with some jiu-jitsu people, and they have a program called Bully Proof. It was actually all about confidence, and it was about how confidence is the best deterrent for a bully. And some of the techniques that they did at this school were simply to instill a sense of confidence, because if you were not afraid of actual bodily harm, you would just be able to stand up for yourself more. In the United States, suicide is the third leading cause of death among 15 to 24-year-olds. I read yesterday that here in Australia, it's actually the #1 cause of death is teen suicide, which is appalling. I think when you talk about bullying, cyberbullying, and anything related to it, it's imperative that we not only talk about the issue, the bully and the victim, but we also talk about coping. And that is an area that I feel is lacking across the board is teaching young people how to have coping skills.
Monique and Samah, thanks very much for having this conversation with us today. It's been fantastic to talk about both of your work and hear how you're advancing the issues that young people are facing. And thanks for all of you for listening and watching Pod Rights. Remember that this podcast is for you, so if you have a suggestion of someone with whom I should talk or a comment on the podcast, please email me at podrights@humanrights.gov.au or find me and message me on Facebook or Twitter. And keep your podcatchers ready for the next Pod Rights in the series, because human rights is for everyone, everywhere, every day. I'm Graeme Innes. Goodbye for now.